Having knee, back, or hip issues? Listen up because I'm going to be giving you 2 different ways to unlock the hamstring that clears up your knee pain, back pain, and hip pain. And one other thing, emotional stability. Listen up. See you soon. Alright, so in this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to unlock your hamstrings. Now, if your hamstrings are speaking up for any reason whatsoever, there's other things going wrong. Besides just your hamstring. So I want to give you a caveat in the aspect of if you're having trouble bending over and touching your toes with a straight knee, doing anything straight knee wise, sitting on with your back against the wall, hips against the wall, touching your toes, anything like that, there's still a possibility that there's still going things wrong in your calf, in your feet, in your upper back, inside your hip joint itself. Those things need to be addressed because addressing just the hamstring is only a small portion of the problem. The hamstring itself is a deceleration muscle. It slows you down, very similar to your core. It's actually a very powerful muscle on the physical side as well as on the emotional side. The psycho-emotional aspect of you slowing down becomes very, very crucial to you in improving your speed. Any athlete would know you're only as fast as much as you can slow down. So you're only as strong as your brake, people. You have to remember that. What are your brakes showing you? How strong are your brakes? So I'm going to show you 2 different ways to clear up your hamstrings. Now remember, like I said before, if there's other things going wrong, your hamstrings are speaking, you have to address those things. And we're going to start off with, if your hamstrings are talking, there is a balance issue between your quads and your hamstrings. So there is a law that the body follows. If one muscle turns on the front part of the body, and I'm simplifying this, don't get me wrong, something turns on the front of the body, something turns off on the back of the body to make that action move. It's electrical in that way. So if you're having hamstring problems, you have to also remember what is drawing more energy. And majority of our world's in front of us. We step in front of us. We do more things in front of us. So the majority of the issue is over-dominance with the anterior side of our body. So we have to now teach and condition the hamstring to work. Hopefully that makes sense so far. So now we have to understand that it's being drawn upon all the time. Is it smart? And this is why this is one of the last muscles that I really work with. Is it smart to completely turn off all the electrical output so we can get it to lengthen and move? It's not always smart to do that. And I want you to really drive that home. What else is taking the electrical energy? What else is making it protect itself? That is the key. It's your structure and it's your brake. Why is it making you slow down? Are you going too fast in your job, in your way you're dealing with your marriage, dealing with anything in life? Is it trying to slow you down? You'll see same issues happening inside your core. So ask yourself that question before you jump off and do any of these. Caveat done. Now, with that said, we're going to be doing this through a concept of trigger point work as well as a concept of stretching. I'm going to show you 2 different ways. It will not work if you don't take away the energy inside of your quad. So the first thing you need to do is look through a lot of my old videos for quad stretches, quad trigger point work, and that will get you areas of getting that to open up, especially the quad couch stretch. It opens up your hip flexors. It does a lot to do with your lower back. Now, with that said, you're going to use a lacrosse ball, not a handball. I teach a lot to do with the handball because the handball is way more precise, but this is a blunt object that you kind of need to get deeper into the hamstring. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to find a chair. You're going to get to your chair and you're going to sit all the way back. I want you to tuck your butt as far back into that chair as possible and then sit up. Body stay straight. You're going to take the lacrosse ball and sit on it right underneath the gluteal fold. I hope you can see this because I can't see you. Right underneath the gluteal fold, right where the hamstrings attach. That's the first place. Now, your hamstrings run parallel down the leg and split at the knee. So you want to run down one side, down the other side, and down the middle. There's like 3 lanes that you want to do. But at first, I'm just going to ask you to do 2 spots. One, very high, underneath the gluteal fold. So notice that I'm leaning over, my butt is all the way back, leaning over, and I'm straight. Now this becomes very important in a second. I'm straight. I'm going to lean into that and let it sit for a second. As it sits for a second, then I want you to keep your belly button tucked in, body stay straight, and lean forward ever so slightly, and you're gonna feel that hamstring start to open up, and you're gonna get your sensation. Do not go to pain. This is going to feel discomfort, but not pain. Hold for up to a minute. If you do it more than a minute, you're going to start asking for your body to make too big of a change. And if you're not balancing the anterior side, you're going to start giving more problems than you're willing to deal with right this precise second. Do it for a minute, and that's it. Then you move to the inside. Same parallel, but now closer to the inside. Same concept, but the only difference is you need to rotate your knee ever so slightly inward, stand up tall, and then move. And now you're going to have access to the second part of the hamstring. Remember, there's 2 lanes that run down. Sit there, breathe for a minute, and relax. Then you want to make sure when you get into a chair like this chair, you see how my knee passes? You need to get slightly underneath the knee, but this chair doesn't reach. So I'm going to go sideways so I can now get it. Parallel, put it underneath again, stand up nice and tall. I'm now holding just to hold myself in line, and I'm going to roll forward. Again, this will be hot. Nice and easy. Breathe, hold, and relax. If you don't have a hot spot, move it back just an inch or a half inch, and then you'll get it. Right underneath the outside of the knee, there's a hot spot right there for you. Sit there, breathe, hold. Again, just for a minute. Now, I'm telling you, this can make some massive changes inside you. Once you're done doing one leg, get up and just bend over, and you're going to notice the difference. If you don't notice the difference in what you're doing, your body is protecting against you. You do the opposite side in the same exact fashion, and you're done. It shouldn't take you more than 3 minutes. This is how simple it is. Then come back to that same sitting position, lean forward here, and then straighten out the leg, just like so. You're gonna feel a stretch running from your knee all the way to your up to your butt. Hold that for a second. You can even pull up the toe, but now we're talking about nerve gliding, and we're not doing that, but you want to just bring as much tension to that as possible, rolling forward here. The other way that I teach how to do this is wrapping a rope around your foot, laying on your floor, pulling the rope up, and getting the hamstring there. That way. Now, I have to tell you, this is very important. If you're at this stage and your hamstring is talking to you in a big fashion, you're going to have to do something for your hamstring, your quad, your calf, and your glutes. All of those muscles need to be working together. Now, we're not just talking about elongation, we're talking about functional movement. They need to be able to contract as well as hold load for the hamstring to now start to want to move. If your hips are stable, if your knees are stable, the hamstring has no problem letting go and letting things go and doing the job it wants to do. It's stopping you for a reason. Find out the root cause. And I'll leave you with this. This is a video, not instruction. You're always going to have to find someone that's going to see the small intricacies of what you're doing and how you're doing it so you can now move along faster rather than blindly poking. So be careful with the YouTube University. I love YouTube University, but it's only videos, not instruction. Find someone that's going to help you elongate that, because remember, this is a third tier muscle, third layer muscle of things that you could work on to make your hamstrings feel better. Third level. But now you have that knowledge, start working with it, but don't forget the quads, the calves, the glutes, and possibly your low back. See you on the next one.